Hey, welcome back. It's day 2 of Alcohol Awareness Week. And thank you so much for all your likes and comments and all your private messages and your WhatsApp messages and questions. And the biggest thing that popped out yesterday was basically a lot of women have commented or asked me the questions. Like, why is it that when I go shopping, I don't intend to buy any alcohol because I say, right, that's it, I'm not drinking this weekend, and they end up buying it. Or, something comes up and they pop to the shop for a bottle of wine and they're kicking themselves then the next day. Or, even while they're walking to the shop, they're like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing this. So there are 2 reasons for that. First is habit. Okay, so habits are hard to break. You built up that habit over years. You didn't just start doing it all of a sudden, and now you can't get out of it. It's been built up over time. We don't, when we started drinking, we didn't start drinking as heavy as we are now. If you are a heavy drinker, that is. You started with your first glass, and then maybe the first time you drank you had 1 glass of beer or 2 glasses of beer, or the young ones now tend to start on the top shelf, the stronger stuff. But all that builds up over time, so you develop habits. The second one is marketing, and that's something that not many of us think about when we think about alcohol. And it's kind of like Big Pharma do it. They do it very well, don't they? Big Pharma, they market their drugs. And the funny thing about Big Pharma and Big Alcohol is that they're almost sister companies. So where, they buy into each other's services and, play on the stock market with each other's companies. So Big Alcohol would heavily invest in Big Pharma because a lot of drugs are used for hangovers and stuff like that. So whether they get you with the drink or whether they get you with the cure, they're going to get you. Okay. So anyway, back to the advertising. So advertising is, we all know how advertising works. And alcohol is advertised, particularly to women, in a way that's almost, what's the word I'm looking for? Therapy-like. So different advertisements will try and target different ways of getting to us. There is the advertising for the younger people with, the WKDs and all that kind of stuff, and that it's all party and glamour and go, and fantastic and very Instagram-ish. And then there's advertising for the older ladies like myself, where it's all therapy and sitting down with the girls, glass of wine, bit of crack, all this kind of stuff. So that's how they do it. But the reality is, a lot of us are buying alcohol at the weekends or during the week whenever you drink, and it's not like that at all. Sometimes it is because your friends can come around and you can have the crack and drink wine and eat food, and that's fantastic and it's great, and I'm all for that. It's them times where we're drinking alone, we're sitting there, we're expecting, we have an expectation. So in the supermarket, then alcohol is advertised to you greatly. Again, the bottles are getting more glamorous, the Prosecco bottles, the wine bottles, they're getting more sexy. They put a lot of thought into their advertising. They probably have the biggest budget along with Big Pharma for advertising. So just to make yourself, all I'm saying today really is just watch out for advertising. I think, I know that they've done a lot with the smoking, and that's great, and you can't advertise cigarettes anymore. That will come. But like that, it's going to be a hard battle because big alcohol have a lot of money to play with, and they have a lot of people in a lot of high places. So it's going to take a while. It's going to be a bit of a battle. And it's not that I want all advertising to be gone on alcohol. I'm thinking about future generations. In 100 years, if we're like this now, because you can lift the roof of any house along your street and you will find a mental health or addiction problem in almost every one of them, you know, or not addiction per se, but misuse, you know. So, you know, because there's a big difference between addiction and misuse, but I'll talk about that again in another video. I won't bore you to death. So that's today's video. So what I want you to do today is just look at how many times you see alcohol, not in your own home, but on the TV. So you're looking at Coronation Streets, the EastEnders, even some of the cartoons, you know, The Simpsons, you know, they have the Duff beer. So just look at how many times you're targeted and you're being targeted. You know, it's called subliminal marketing. So just be aware of that. Look at how many times you see alcohol today and just create an awareness of it. Again, message me, text me, please like my video. They say you should never say that. Give it an old thumbs up, and have a lovely Tuesday, and be good to yourself and kind to yourself. Okay, bye.